Hi, this is Jeffrey Kurt Financial Group, and today is Friday, May 9, 2025. In the news, outside the financial markets, the Catholic Church has a new Pope, Pope Leo the 14th, and for the first time ever, an American. So be a lot of, I see already a lot of opinions back and forth on Pope Leo, but it's an exciting time for the church and for the world and the U.S. as we get an American Pope. Onto the financial markets. Yesterday, a nice rally that fizzled at the end of the day. And it just seems like the narrative is that, on tariffs. So President Trump announces the tariff trade agreement with the UK, United Kingdom, and that kind of sparked things. Some comments about some optimism concerning China and reducing the tariffs that are currently on with China. And then tomorrow, Saturday, Treasury Secretary Bessent is going to meet with China in Switzerland, I believe. So that's going on. I saw some headlines on India that there may be some compromise on the Indian tariffs as well, and a possible trade deal coming. So it just seems like the market looks at these the headlines and reacts off of them. But I think another thing that happened yesterday, and it's kind of complicated, but there's an optioning positions that tied to volatility and a 1 month look back on volatility. And one of the days coming off was April 9, which was a big down day and a spike in the VIX index. That came off, and it just triggered a buying by the algorithms. Again, nothing to do with trade or tariffs or popes or anything like that. It just triggered some buying. But that faded at the end. So, again, it's a challenging market given the news flows and all that. And then the earnings. One thing on the earnings I wanted to point out, I saw this, was that in April, 757 companies reported in April. 27 of them raised guidance for the rest of the year, and 43 lowered, so more companies lowered in April. In May, it's 1 week in, only 415 companies have reported, but 37 raised and only 18 lowered. So, this report on the earnings, and maybe as things, as time passes, some clarity is, available to some of the corporate managers. So, one other thing I saw this morning, the Canadian unemployment index went up to 6.9%, higher than expected, and youth unemployment up to 13.7%. Those are some troubling numbers, I think, in Canada. So, and finally, happy Mother's Day to any viewers, and please celebrate with your mom and wife and anybody else that's a mother. Thank you. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back on Monday. Goodbye.